Good morning, Dragons. I'm Mr. Salerno, and this is Flame, and we want to welcome you to the News of Camelot. Today's Thursday, September 15th, 2022, and Flame, we're back outside, enjoying nature. This is great. 2 days in a row, Dragons, being outside. Before we get going to our show and a Friend of Flame show, let's see what Micah has to say. Take it away, Micah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We may pause for a moment of silence.
Super job, Micah. We're so glad you led us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the moment of silence. Flame, the sun is going to rise today at 6:50. 6:50 in the morning. That's kind of fun. And Dragons, the sun is going to set at 7:18 in the evening. And let's quickly revisit, Dragons, that, well, yes, I know, it's a Friend of Flame Day. It's a Friend of Flame Day, we know. But you know what? Sometimes, Dragons, we got to be a little flexible. And we're not necessarily going to do an animal Friend of Flame Day. But we're going to do something, we're going to keep our minds open, have a little open-mindedness about maybe something that was misunderstood for how valuable it is. And that goes back to Miss Doll's tweet, right? She has 2 pet cacti. And you can actually say cactuses. We learned that. You can say cactuses or cacti. So today's Friend of Flame is actually the cactus. And do you know, Flame, I'm going to put you on the spot. Are there any cactus that are in Virginia? Any cactus in Virginia, Flame? Wow, how'd you know that? Yes, Dragons, there are special cactus that do grow in Virginia. Maybe somewhere in the mountains where it's a little bit drier, the cactus thrive. And we're going to have a trivia question to see if our Dragons know something about the location of cactus. But very unique plant, Dragons. Maybe not like some of the plants that we see when we're outside or in our yards or at the parks. But cactus thrive in dry climates. They are very absorbent of water, and they're not like most trees and other plants, right? They look like they're a little dangerous, but they're actually super, super valuable. And yes, Dragons, Flame did prepare questions about cactus. They're not necessarily herbivores or carnivores or anything like that, but we do have some fun questions for you. You ready? All right, let's start with a fun one. All right, so here in this list, see this list here, Dragons? It says spikes, leaves, thorns, and tacks. See that? Spikes, leaves, thorns, and tacks. What do we call those things that stick out of a cactus? Do we call them spikes? Do we call them leaves? Do we call them thorns? Do we call them tacks? What do you call those things that stick out of those cactus? They look kind of sharp, right? No, Flame, they are not called spikes. They are called leaves. Those are the special kinds of leaves that actually come out of a cactus. And when the real term that most people use is spines. But leaves, those are the special leaves, and they actually absorb different water when they come in. All right? So now, for cactus, what continent do we find cactuses or cacti in? Do we find them in North America? Do we find them in Africa? Do we find them in Asia? Or do we find them in Europe? And you might have heard when Flame said that they were in Virginia, that must mean they are in North America. They're very special to our continent where we currently live. You won't find them. Well, you might, that's true, okay. Very rare breeds might be in these other continents, but almost 99% of the cactus that we have in the world come in North America. All right, so ready? On a cactus. See this list, Dragons? On the cactus, what will you not find on a cactus? Will you not find fruit? Will you not find flowers? Will you not find bark? Or will you not find roots on a cactus? What do you not find? Excellent job, Flame. Excellent job. You will not find bark. Here, we find the bark. Right, Dragons? That's bark. But fruit and flowers are on many different types of cacti. And the root system, did you know this, Flynn? The root system in cacti are very shallow. They don't get super deep like our friends in our backyard. All right, let's do one more. This is a fun one. Ready, Dragons? See this list? How long can a cactus go without getting any water? There's been talk that some cacti can go how long without needing any water? Can they go 4 months without getting water? Can they go 8 months without getting water? 16 months without getting water? Or 24 months without getting water? What do you... Is that bananas? Guys, that's bananas. 24 months. 24 months without needing water. Some cacti. Some cacti might be maybe a little sooner than later. But you don't want to overwater it, because if it gets too absorbent, then it won't live the way it's supposed to. But a friend of flame? Sure, a friend of flame. Why not? We'll say it's a friend of flame, a friend of all of ours, a friend of Miss Doll's class, for certain. And if you see one in Virginia, we'd love to hear about it. Da-da! It's time for the birthday box. And we're outside. We do not have cacti in this particular spot. Right, we have bark and some roots, but we also have a birthday. On the 15th of September, we need to say happy birthday to Ajut in first grade, Ajut Kendall. Happy birthday to you, Ajut. That is excellent stuff, Flame. Yes. You know, I hadn't thought of that. The regulator. So yes, emotions in plants aren't very high, right? We can't necessarily talk to many plants or cactuses, right, about what they do to regulate. But you have to think, now let's get creative, Flame, right? They just might need a little space, right, with those leaves that are super sharp, right, those spines that might say, please keep away for a minute, right? But they come back in the end with their wonderful fruits and flowers, very beautiful, sometimes very tall, right? And sometimes when it's raining, they actually shine. They actually shine. Isn't that the greatest? So when they feel like there might be a little dangerous, dragons, you don't want to touch them, right? If it's not the right spot. But in the end, they're great. They're great to have around. So cactuses all over North America, we salute you, and we hope you're doing well wherever you are. So, on behalf of Flame, I'm Mr. Salerno. We hope you can see the goodness and be the goodness, no matter the circumstances, dragons. And we can't wait to see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.